Hello everyone, I am MalusCalibur, and this is Mega Maker, which, if you somehow weren't already aware, is a Mega Man level editor in the same vein as the Mario Maker game. And it's awesome and very powerful, and I'm wholeheartedly jumping on this bandwagon, because holy crap, I love me some Mega Mans. I've been pretty busy with this, building quite a few levels of my own creation. And while I will be playing your submitted levels, I will first be playing one of my own levels. But if you would like a level played, stick the level ID in the comments section below, and I will play your level, and I will rag on it if it sucks. But I'm sure they will all be great, and without exception. First though, we're going to play one of my levels, because I'm egotistical. We're going to play this one, The Cursed Ruins. So named because I built it, if you like, on the ruins of my original level, Nightmare Fortress, which isn't that great, by reusing some of the rooms and reconnecting it and just redesigning it and blah 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 blah. Exciting stuff, I'm sure. It's got a reasonably positive reaction, certainly the highest any of my levels has. And here is the ID if you would like to play it for yourself. 84599. Right, let's see what I did. You're up against the Pharaoh Man. He is pissed. So this was the gimmick in the original level. The boss door was down there in the bottom right, and the whole premise of the level was you went round in a big loop to get back there. But I abandoned that in this one. Now you just drop down here, and then here. Into Flamethrowery Death Town. Which, well, I mean, it was accurate. The name I gave it stands as descriptive of what happened there. Yeep. Okay then, let's go ahead and try the shit again. Oh my god. Try not to do that so much, if I can avoid it. So if you just time this carefully, you can quite happily avoid Flamethrowery Death. And then here is what used to be the boss room, now it's filled only with enemies and doom therein. And then we cut through to a different room from earlier in the level, which is now populated by Metals instead of the Hammer Joes that were originally there. And the placement of these is deliberately kind of annoying, but you can dodge the bullets with patience coming back down here, or you can jump up here. See, I put thought into the placement of my enemies. I know these things. So this platform here is deliberately placed so you can just unload an entire clip into Mr. Sniper Joe over there and make him very, very salty about life. So those enemies, the back and forth patrolling ones, they really need two walls to bounce between, otherwise they'll fly off screen and get despawned. And if the gap is too big and on a scrolling screen, then they might well despawn anyway. I found them quite hard to use for that reason, this room being an example of being reasonably well placed, and then this one I'm especially proud of, because it's reasonably tricky to avoid, but you can jump over him because of that. Alright, so you didn't see that, I'm going to edit that out, obviously. Can't even beat my own stupid level. Alright. Fucking put the Mega Man gloves on and start playing a little better. If you could. That would be nice. That would be beneficial. The other half of the name of the level refers to the fact that you are cursed to use only the Mega Buster in this stage. No weapons for you. Pure Mega Man. At its height, really. There's no charge shot, but you can slide, and those are the settings I generally stick to with my levels, certainly I have thus far. No particular reason, I guess I just liked that setup. Charge always felt a bit to me, I was never as big a fan of it. Like, the game demanded you use it too much for bosses and the like, so you couldn't DACA them the way I prefer to do. And you can get plenty of that here. I have made sure. Lots of things to shoot, and lots of things to jump. For he is Jump and Shoot Man. He jumps, he shoots, he jumps and he shoots. Occasionally, he can be seen doing both at the same time. It's a mystic art, to be sure, but Megamans can do it. Why can't you? Alright, let's make some actual fucking progress now. Then we got to the bit of the level where Malus started experimenting with those bomb platforms. I forget what game they're from. I feel like it's Mega Man 3, but it might be 2. don't remember that well. This was designed deliberately so that if you fall down there, you can't get back up or go back to get back up, because I only wanted them to you to have one shot at this little sequence. A series of bomb platforms getting you a nice free murder on that guy to prevent that section down there being obnoxious as all hell, which it is by design. You can skip another large chunk of level and get yourself some health by continuing to do it. I like those seal enemies. I wish I could use them more often. Unfortunately, they only attack you when you're on the same horizontal plane as them. So, sometimes they can not interact with you in a way you would like. Alright, now this is deliberately difficult and obnoxious as well. If you don't kill the bottom one of those before... Oh my god. Oh my god! It's alright, I am not a monster, there are checkpoints, I swear. I'm usually quite stingy with checkpoints, generally it's one about halfway through and one before the boss. And this is an especially long level, like one I'm working on at present. I'm gonna regret that. Musical Buster, oh, it is the best. Yeah, some Buster justice for you, gentlemen. Get out of the way. I am progress. I will make it at your expense. You will see. You will all see. I am the all-seeing eye of the Megamans. Okay, this needs to stop. This little sequence of events that seems to keep repeating itself. Alright. Did way more damage there than I needed to. Got really careless. Just stop. Just stop being Snuffy Joe, please. Thank you. You need to be completely destroyed. Like this guy, coincidentally. Oh, alright, well I'll take that then. Saves me having to tangle with that fucking flamethrower. Oh my yes. Let's just forget about that guy. He's not important to me anymore. Yeah, you've got the jump button! But it is still there. And still ready to obey your commands. If it's not, consult a guide on how to deal with your rebellious jump button. This behaviour will not be tolerated! Let's just do this again. The bombs get progressively shorter fuses, as I'm sure you already noticed. Okay, this is just embarrassing failure. See, if you linger there too long, the ghosts will get you from beneath. Again, that's deliberate. Cause I'm an asshole. Alright, I'm gonna actually progress to at least the checkpoint this time. This is getting a bit silly. Speaking of enemies I don't like to overuse, by the way, this skeleton. He's designed from a period where you had to charge shot, and since you don't in my levels, he takes a bit of a long time to deal with. Probably a little bit too much. So I limit my use of him. He's not exceptionally difficult to kill, just kind of a time waster. And nobody wants to be wasting the time. Ow! It is possible to avoid that, I swear. I tested this. I made sure you never have to take damage to progress. It's possible to dodge everything, even those spikes up there. Okay, here we go. Here's the fucking checkpoint. I knew I'd put one in here somewhere. Second part of the level. It's possible to fall down in that one block-wide gap. If you do, you're an idiot, though. Whereas if you die here, you're just impatient. You must wait for bwang blocks to appear. They are your lords and saviors. Speaking of patience, actually, it pays dividends in this room too. You can just let the floating guy go off screen, kill Hammer Joe with the ladder, and then deal with that guy at your leisure. I don't need health. I don't need to go for your health. Cruel and unusual level designer, whoever you may be. You can make that last block jump without the final block present, but it's obviously a lot harder that way. Try it if you're feeling ballsy. Now this is a room from the original level that I was quite proud of. So these blocks in the middle, that's a particular gimmick you can place in the levels, which is a block you can destroy with a certain weapon, or you can set it to be indestructible. In the original, they were skull barriers blocks, so you could destroy them if you got near enough. The whole point that I'm getting at here, while I dodge bullets, is that it prevents you shooting through here with the Buster, so you can't hit that turret without getting near him first. It was designed so you couldn't just take him out and render him a not threat for the rest of the room. I remodeled it slightly for this new version of the level, and obviously made the blocks immune to everything, because you no longer needed to fall down there, which again was the original design idea. Anyway, progress now! Welcome to the aerial section of the level. Welcome to the part of the level where Malus discovered that platform enemy down there from Mega Man 1 and thought, oh, I'm going to abuse the fuck out of that! And I did. And this room is the result. Lots of open space for you to fall to your death in, and lots of obnoxious placements of things like that flamethrower. And that turret up there, although you'll be glad to know that I tested several enemies in that position, and that turret was the least obnoxious of them, because it can't hit you while you're below it, whereas other stuff was able to knock you off the platform, and it was just bullshit. And nobody likes that. Okay, spikes. Yeah, and then just run off there. Okay, last section of the level now. If you fall down here, you can no longer attack those skeletons, and it's probably best to just leave. And then this room blinds you with fantastic gold shininess, and I really like the effect of that, especially when it was across such a large section of glass. Anyway, time for a boss! It's the Ferryman! He is angry with you. He's also one of the trickier bosses, I find, especially if you try and bust at him, which in this level you have no choice about doing. Also, whenever I build a boss room, I try and place the blocks in a way that makes the fight interesting. And that's very dependent on how the boss moves and acts in a lot of cases. So this one I went through about a half-hour period of iterating on the layout until I was happy with it. With these single blocks here, it means you can wail on him when he stops to do his charge shot, but it's a little trickier than just standing in front of him while he does it. Because there's the potential for getting hit in the air while you jump, for starters. And his small shot is way harder to dodge. The way to do that is generally to slide. Sliding generally sets you free from his death oh horribly. Yeah, that was really strenuous, wasn't it? Oh, whoa! Hey, chill now. Chill now, my good buddy Ferryman. You don't need to be so angry all of the time. Seriously, just take a pill. A chill pill, just for you. Oh, this is bad. Because when he jumps, he's probably going to hit me, right? Yeah, I thought so. It's alright. I put a checkpoint before my boss. I also like to put health power-ups right before the boss as well, just to make your first attempt a bit fairer if you've taken a beating. The weapon power-ups are there because I forgot that you don't have weapons in my own level. Man, I am a great level designer. I know how to Mega Man in all aspects. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright. Let's get some serious Daka going here. Ugh, let's get hit by beams of light. Let's get incinerated by the mighty Pharaoh shots. I would assume it's like a bolt of heat or fire. It certainly looks that way. And it would fit with the whole Egyptian thing, sort of. Maybe. It's like a song, right? They live in the desert. It was hot there. Shut up, you don't know! Oh, hello. Alright, let's try not to dick this up. There we go. I defeated him! I proved my level is beatable. Huzzah. Huzzah for me! And for Megamans. That's a nice little effect they added, I like that. So that was my level. Again, if you wish to play it yourselves, the ID is just here.